Have you ever felt a sudden wave of uneasiness, a tightness in your chest, or a fluttering heart for no obvious reason? Have you noticed your thoughts racing, replaying moments, or imagining problems that do not exist? Perhaps it feels like your mind will not stop, jumping from one worry to another, leaving you exhausted even though everything around you seems fine. Sometimes it begins with a subtle feeling in the stomach, a heaviness that is hard to explain. Other times it begins with a thought, what if something goes wrong? What if I cannot handle this? What if I am not okay? You look around and everything seems normal, yet inside something does not feel settled. This feeling is familiar to many, yet so few understand it fully. It is something that affects millions of people around the world, yet it is often misunderstood and mislabeled. For those who truly experience it, it is not just worry or fear. It is a deep interaction of mind, body, and emotions that can feel overwhelming. The name for what you are feeling is anxiety. Anxiety is not simply stress or fear. It is a complex state in which the body reacts as if there is danger, even when none exists. It is the body's ancient alarm system, designed to protect us from threats, but now often triggered by thoughts, memories, and imagination. Anxiety can create physical sensations that are very real. Your heart may race, your breathing may become rapid, your hands may shake, your stomach may churn, and your mind may spiral with worst-case scenarios. The important thing to remember is that these sensations, although intense, are not harmful. They are temporary, and they will pass. Anxiety does not always appear alone. It can be linked to depression, trauma, chemical imbalance, genetic predisposition, overthinking, sleep deprivation, poor diet, or substance use. Sometimes it arises after a significant life event, like losing a loved one, being in an accident, or facing a frightening situation. Trauma can create persistent anxiety because the brain remembers the danger and prepares for it again, even long after the event is over. People with high intelligence or very active minds may also experience anxiety because their brains analyze and reanalyze situations, imagining outcomes that never occur. Anxiety can be triggered by phobias such as fear of heights, flying, closed spaces, or public speaking. It can emerge in ordinary daily life while commuting, shopping, at work, or at home. The triggers are many, but the feeling is universal. Let us consider an example. Imagine an emergency responder who has witnessed accidents, emergencies, or traumatic events on a daily basis. On the job, they are trained to respond, to act, to protect, but when they go home, the images and sounds may linger. If these memories are not processed properly, anxiety can escalate, sleep can suffer, and panic can emerge. Understanding that these events occurred in a specific place and time, that the you did nothing wrong, and that reality cannot be controlled, is essential. The same lesson applies to everyone. Your mind may replay events or imagine threats, but recognizing that they are not present dangers allows the nervous system to calm, and recovery can begin. Anxiety can be understood in stages. The first stage may appear as low mood or subtle depression, when energy decreases, motivation fades, and thoughts feel heavy. Stage 2 is chronic anxiety, characterized by persistent worry, tension, and hypervigilance. Stage 3 is panic, when physical reactions and intense fear appear suddenly. If left untreated, these stages can alter brain chemistry. Neurotransmitters, the chemicals that allow brain cells to communicate, can become imbalanced. Serotonin, which regulates mood, sleep, and appetite, may be low. Dopamine, associated with motivation and reward, may fluctuate. GABA, which calms neural activity, may be insufficient, leading to overactive circuits. Norepinephrine, the stress chemical, may surge excessively, increasing alertness and heart rate. Over time, miscommunication between neurons strengthens the anxiety pathways, making reactions more automatic and intense. Understanding these biological processes removes much of the fear of the unknown. Lifestyle and nutrition play a crucial role in managing anxiety. Sleep is essential because the brain processes memories and regulates chemical balance during rest. Lack of sleep increases sensitivity to stress and can worsen anxiety. Hydration supports cellular function and blood flow, reducing fatigue and tension. Diet affects neurotransmitters. Omega-3 fatty acids support brain cell membranes. B-complex vitamins aid in neurotransmitter production. Magnesium helps calm muscles and the nervous system. Vitamin D3 supports serotonin synthesis and overall mental health. Alcohol, caffeine, and nicotine can overstimulate the nervous system and exacerbate anxiety. A well-nourished body creates a foundation for a calm mind. Medication can be helpful when used appropriately. It may regulate neurotransmitter levels, creating stability in the brain. But medication alone is rarely sufficient. It is most effective when combined with cognitive and behavioral strategies, mindfulness, grounding exercises, therapy, and lifestyle adjustments. Therapy can provide tools to process trauma, reframe thoughts, and establish patterns that reduce unnecessary anxiety. Mindfulness practices, including deep breathing, meditation, and body scanning, help individuals observe thoughts without judgment and reduce the intensity of panic reactions. Let us return to real-life examples. A student experiencing anxiety about presentations might rehearse in front of a mirror, then a friend, then a small group. Each step exposes the mind to controlled stress, allowing the nervous system to adapt. A person afraid of flying may start by watching videos of planes, visiting an airport, and eventually taking short flights. These exposures, combined with acceptance and mindfulness, retrain the brain to tolerate discomfort without triggering panic. Another important principle is acceptance. Fighting anxiety often escalates panic. When we resist, we signal to the brain that the sensation itself is dangerous. Instead, acknowledging, naming, and allowing the feeling to exist reduces its intensity. A useful metaphor is that of an annoying neighbor knocking at your door. You do not have to answer every time. You notice the knock, continue your activity, and over time, the neighbor stops disturbing you. Anxiety works the same way. Positive thinking is a powerful tool. Socially and personally, people respond differently to energy. Someone who consistently shares hope, optimism, and calm attracts connection, while those who focus on complaints or negative thinking may find themselves isolated. The same principle applies internally. When your inner voice is positive, your nervous system relaxes. Thoughts of fear, guilt, or worry create tension. Shifting perspective, practicing gratitude, and engaging in constructive self-talk rewire the brain toward calm and resilience. High IQ individuals and those who overthink often experience anxiety through obsessive thoughts. They notice patterns, imagine worst-case scenarios, and anticipate problems. Understanding that these thoughts are generated by the mind and not reality allows individuals to redirect attention. Journaling, cognitive reframing, visualization, and mindfulness exercises can convert obsessive thinking into structured reflection, reducing mental load and calming the nervous system. Physical activity is a key strategy. Walking, stretching, or other forms of exercise regulate adrenaline and cortisol, reduce muscle tension, and release endorphins. Grounding techniques, such as naming 5 objects in the environment or focusing on sensory inputs, redirect attention from spiraling thoughts to present reality. Deep belly breathing slows heart rate, reduces hyperventilation, and signals to the brain that the body is safe. Anxiety is also connected to trauma. Past frightening or distressing events create neural patterns that respond as if the threat is current. Processing trauma safely, through therapy or structured reflection, allows these patterns to weaken. Even small steps, like acknowledging memories without dwelling on them, contribute to long-term regulation. Depression, anxiety, and panic often appear sequentially. Low mood may precede anxiety, while panic occurs when physiological and cognitive stress combine. The brain's plasticity allows for rewiring. With consistent practice, nervous system regulation improves, thoughts slow, and emotional responses stabilize. Over time, anxiety no longer controls daily life. Nutrition, supplements, sleep, therapy, mindfulness, physical activity, and social support all work together. Consistency is critical. Hydration, omega-3s, magnesium, B vitamins, and D3 provide the brain with resources to function optimally. Adequate sleep allows memory consolidation and neurotransmitter balance. Therapy provides guidance and tools. Mindfulness practices teach observation without judgment. Positive social interactions reinforce resilience. Anxiety is not a permanent state. It is a signal, a message, a guide. Each episode provides information about stress, needs, and unprocessed experience. Observing it, naming it, and responding constructively converts fear into insight. Over time, anxiety becomes background noise rather than a controlling voice. When you experience anxiety, remember it is temporary. Accept it, breathe, ground yourself, and redirect focus. Use nutrition, exercise, mindfulness, and positive thinking to strengthen resilience. Social support provides perspective and validation. Medication may assist, but active engagement in coping strategies is essential. Each step, small or large, trains the nervous system to respond calmly. Imagine waking up one day, feeling a wave of anxiety and thinking, "Oh, it is just that old feeling again," and it does not scare you. That is true healing. Anxiety loses control when you understand it, when you accept it, and when you build strategies for living fully. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe, share it with friends or family who might benefit, and follow for more insights on mental wellness, coping strategies, and personal growth. Together, we can explore ways to heal the mind and body, manage anxiety, and live with calm and clarity. In Part B, we will discuss how to live with anxiety day to day, how to manage it without fear, and practical strategies for thriving even when it appears. Thank you for listening, and take care of yourself each day.